One of the most exciting stops on the Premier Tour this year for me personally is the P1 in Buenos Aires. I've never been to Buenos Aires. I'm excited to go with the Red Bull team to do the commentary and the broadcasting. It is one of the beating hearts of paddle around the world. So many incredible players have come from Argentina that both play in the top of the game now, but also in the past. There's an amazing atmosphere at these tournaments. I see it on the stream and I think it's such a buzzing, impressive audience that always attends these events, and the food looks absolutely incredible. I'm gonna get myself some nice steak, I'm gonna watch some incredible paddle, and I'm gonna check out the atmosphere at the tournament. Obviously, it is a long way from London to Buenos Aires, so where better to stop off than Madrid, just for a short pit stop from one epicenter of paddle on one side of the Atlantic to the epicenter of paddle on the other. Although paddle was born in Mexico, it rapidly went to Argentina, where it was popularized and professionalized in the 1970s and 80s. Buenos Aires became the global epicenter for paddle. Currently over 2 million active players in Argentina, which is almost more than any other country in the world. Buenos Aires, more than 1,000 paddle courts, and during the 90s, in the boom, there were over 10,000 courts built worldwide. And this is where so much of the talent came through in Argentina, and in the previous generations you would see Bella, Juan Martín Díaz, Lamperti, Sanyo, Silingo, all famous names from Argentina. In the current era you have Tapia, Dineno, Stupa, Delphi Brea, Azoro. These are names that now are dominating at the top of the game. So the first thing, as we are in Argentina, and if you want to improve your game, we need to find some mate. That's what all the top players are drinking. It must enhance their game. And look, we've just found a little shop for it. So the original mate, as we're finding out from our generous shopkeeper here, is made out of pumpkin. So that was the original one, super light, by the way. And then we move into wood, and then there's like cow horn, leather, spoilt for choice in this amazing shop. And most importantly, the straw with the filter at the bottom, so you're not drinking all of that herb. Which one should we choose? What do you think?
Here in Argentina say, you don't choose the mate choose you, man.
I need to feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Because it's a partner.
Yeah, it's my paddle partner.
Okay, yes.
So we cannot go to Argentina without having some dulce de leche, a great souvenir for home. This is your Classico.
This is a classic dulce de leche. Is made by gently simmering sugar and milk for over an hour. And it's a common spreadable here. We like to put it on toast, waffles, pancakes. An easy recipe is pancakes. You stack them all with dulce de leche in between the layers. And well, or ice cream as a topping.
I saw also you have the alfajores.
Yes, these are made with this classic. They can be coated with chocolate or with cornstarch, which has no chocolate, and shredded coconut on the side.
I'll try one of those. That looks amazing.
This dulce de leche right here won the prize for the best in Argentina for 2 years in a row, 2023 and 24.
Wow.
And the good thing about this one is that it's not too sweet. Normally dulce de leche has more sugar.
Wandering around these streets on Caminito now near the Boca Stadium, and you can see how passionate the Argentinians are about their football. I'm sure if they're half as passionate about their paddle, we're going to have some amazing atmosphere at the games this week.
Una loca una loca, una loca, una loca, una loca, una loca, una loca.
One of the most impressive things about Padel in Buenos Aires is the crowd and how the turnout has been almost, this is like Friday early in the day, and we've got almost a full crowd here. We're going to expect a full crowd for the whole weekend, record sales on the tickets, and they are getting so fired up, not just for the Argentinian players, but for everyone on court. Just about to kick off the broadcast. It's amazing that we've got all of these matches, 8 matches for today, and there's only one match that doesn't have an Argentinian player in it, and that's obviously something that the fans are, rooting for. And yesterday they were electric for Azoro's match. They're going to be electric for all of the players here. They all get their friends and family here, which is amazing because most matches and most tournaments are in Spain, and so the friends and family don't get to come watch, their loved ones play. And so when it comes to being in Buenos Aires, and they've all traveled from all around Argentina to be here to support each other, it's obviously such an emotional and special time for the Argentinian players, and for the most part, it brings out the best in their paddle. So I'm fully expecting an amazing day of paddle. So midway through the quarterfinal matches, the players in the Chingalan and Dineno Teo match noticed that there was a separation of the glass at the back of the court. It looked like the silicone had either broken or come away from the glass. And when you put up a temporary court, you need to understand that the glass needs that silicone between the glass so the glasses don't touch and therefore less likely to break. And so that is a reason to stop the play. And so what happened is they stopped the play, the team came on, the maintenance team came to put the silicone between the glass. Unfortunately, it needs a long time to dry, and therefore that court was then unusable for the rest of that day, and all the matches got pushed to the next day. So that's why we saw a little bit of disruption during the quarterfinals day. So this is court number 2. This is the one that during the first rounds they play on, and behind the closed doors when the stadium had the difficulty with the silicone in the glass. And it's still a pretty nice crowd, but it's not the 15,000 seater stadium that we have next door. So at each event, the courts are put up temporarily. So here you can see it's a concrete floor, but often it's a wood floor when it's on a temporary surface or something like that. And the courts are put in just for the week. So they end up rolling up the carpet, putting it out, putting the silicone between the glass, putting the fence. You can see this one's missing the fence at the top. It's almost like an IKEA project when they're slotting all of these courts together. And when you look at the glass, this silicone you can see here has been removed between the glass, but there would be a silicone that goes between the glass panels, and that stops the glass touching each other, or also stops the gaps between the glass, because sometimes you can see players when they're pushed against the glass, there's a separation, they can get their fingers trapped, things like that. So it's really important they have that silicone, but each week it is a temporary court. So for those of you watching, you think it's permanent, it's not. It just comes for the week and then they take it down towards the end of the tournament. So with the twist of the silicone breaking on this centre court, we're now going to have the men's quarterfinals, followed by the women's semi-finals, then the men's final on this centre court. And you can see now it's before we start, they're just getting the court ready. No one's been allowed inside, but apparently they are allowing yesterday's ticket holders in here to watch these first quarterfinals, and then today's ticket holders are going to come in the afternoon. And as it was meant to be a full house on both days, it could be quite an interesting turn of events. We're definitely going to have serious numbers in this stadium. Now, whether they can eject the morning spectators before the afternoon come in, let's see. A challenge for security.
LeBron and Stupa.
It was almost the tale of the first few games in that they'd set points up but just make a mistake on the final ball. Both pairs are having to do so much to win the point, aren't they? Creating the angle off the fence, but the defence is so good.
LeBron in transition, attacking Sanz, then out of the court that goes, but not in a great way. It was out, and it is 15-all.
Gonza, commentating for the men's final, you and I.
Excited.
How big is the crowd going to be for today?
I mean, it's going to be insane. It's going to be packed. I think there's a pre-show also between matches, so that's going to be also on the vlog maybe.
Oh, I look forward to it. As a local Argentinian, how proud are you of your nation's enthusiasm and passion as a crowd?
A lot. Yesterday, I remember when Paquito started singing, I went there and I also started singing. Yeah.
Couldn't help yourself.
I mean, you could do it too.
Well, why don't we do that from the commentary box today?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Just gearing up for the women's and men's final later on today. Yesterday, packed crowd, maximum capacity, 16,156 come to watch paddle here in Argentina. That's so amazing. Like, for all these countries that are trying to get more people into the game, fair play, it boomed in Argentina during the 80s and 90s, so they have had a bit of a chance, but that is still an amazing crowd to turn out for paddle. Today, I'll be commentating the men's final with Gonza. Let's see what he has to say about this crowd, but can't wait to watch great matches and to see the buzz in the stands. Just finished commentating the men's final where Tapia and Cuello dominated against Paquito and Bergamini, and the Argentinian sun has won the title for the crowd, and well deserved too, and the crowd have been fantastic this whole week. This 15,000 seat stadium has been absolutely rammed. They are buzzing and the atmosphere has been brilliant. So signing out and looking forward to my next time to Buenos Aires to see this incredible paddle culture that is here. To watch all of the live matches and see all the highlights from each of the tournaments, head to the Red Bull TV app to watch Premier Padel.